Hi, how y'all doing? It's Saturday, May 24th, about 10:20 p.m. as of recording this video. I'm a little bit out of breath because I just spent the last 10 minutes fighting a fitted sheet. I absolutely hate fitted sheets. And putting one on by yourself when you have no energy, no stamina, and can't see is quite a chore, and I'm sure quite comedic. I'm not going to lie and say there weren't a couple of times where I did not very nearly seize it in my teeth and tear it to ribbons. Not that I'm strong enough to have done something like that had I actually tried to attempt it. But I finally found the right orientation and got it on my bed. That's one of those things that I dearly miss having a wife for, helping me to make the bed. We used to giggle over the difficulties the two of us together had putting a fitted sheet on the bed. I must come up with a way to figure out what goes where before I start. I must. Because I absolutely hate putting a fitted sheet on a bed. And I hate it 10,000 times more doing it by myself. I kind of collapsed over here in the recliner next to my bed where Joey's been sleeping since his tonsils have been giving him so much trouble, and thought I would take this time to make a video before I try to stand up again. I've had a bit of an issue. Well, I don't know if it's an issue yet or not. It's one of those things where I think time will tell, because it doesn't hurt and it's not doing anything right now. I can't feel anything. But with my problems, it's definitely something I have to pay attention to, because it could become a bigger problem that I don't need it to become. And that is a little while ago, while coming up the stairs with my bed linens to make my bed with fresh, clean linens. I took a step up onto the stairs with my left foot, and I heard more than felt, but there was a pop. And it was a odd pop. It did not feel like a joint pop. It didn't feel much of anything. I felt it, but the feeling in my feet is reduced, so I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a joint pop or if it was a tendon pop. I don't know if it was just the joint popping or if it was a tendon coming loose from an anchor somewhere. I still seem to have full range of movement in my ankle, and all of my toes wiggle just fine. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. There does not seem to be any swelling, but there is like a little extra numbness, tingling. I don't know if it's extra or if it's just feels extra because now I'm hyper focused on it. I don't know. It's not worth trying to go to the ER tonight. It's certainly not worth an ambulance ride, and the only other option would be to get my parents up and probably out of bed. And I cannot do that. My dad got to go home this evening. He's still a little bit out of it, still kind of weak. I'm going to see how this feels when I stand on it here in a little bit and see what it thinks. But I don't think it's worth trying to go to the ER tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm beat. And with as long as it took them to get my dad in the back, and then as long as it took them to get the tests and scans done that he needed, he did get it done. But as long as it took, I probably wouldn't know anything until tomorrow. And so I'm just going to sleep on it and see what it looks like, what it feels like in the morning. If it's all swollen in the morning, and puffy, then I'm probably going to have to go to the ER tomorrow to see what happened. But for right now, I'm just going to sleep in my own fresh linen bed and just see what it does tomorrow. And if nothing has changed by tomorrow, what I'll do is try to see if I can get a rush appointment with my podiatrist Monday or Tuesday, and see what they then think about it. Tendon probably need an MRI, not an X-ray. I don't know. So we'll just see. Like I said, I still have full range of movement. I don't know, it's starting to feel a little more stiff. I don't know what it was. I don't need another new thing. I don't. I don't know. We'll see what it does when I stand on it again. But I'm not going to the ER tonight. There wouldn't really be any benefit for me to go tonight. I would end up just sitting in a massively uncomfortable stretcher in the ER for hours and being exhausted. I'm just going to try to sleep here in my own bed and regroup in the morning and see what it's doing, what it's looking like. It's not like they would fix anything tomorrow anyway. God, I hope it wasn't a tendon come loose on an ankle somewhere. I was at first really worried because, back in March, he lengthened the calf muscle. I don't know exactly what the process of that was, but I was afraid that had come loose. Strange for it to come loose this soon after surgery, but I have, Charcot's disease and whatnot, and there's no telling, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like more in my ankle. It felt almost like more in the instep, more in the top of my foot. I don't know if a top tendon came loose. I don't know. God, I don't know. Hopefully it's nothing. We will see. But for tonight, I'm just going to sleep in my own bed. We'll see how it feels, how it looks tomorrow. Whatever it was, it's not something, obviously, that I require to stand and to walk, because I have been able to do that since it happened. Was able to do battle with this damn sheet. And like I said, it feels a little extra tingly, but that's about it. So hopefully, it's nothing serious. But yeah, my dad got to go home this evening. Last night they thought that there might be a potential for a blood clot, but they determined later today that there isn't one. What they did find is that his hydrocephalus has progressed from the last time any scans were done, so they're fast-tracking him to a neurologist. He's been trying to get in to see a neurologist, but been fighting with the insurance company. And the neurologist he was trying to see was not taking his case seriously. He had actually an appointment set up with St. Vincent's because they, took good care of me when I went up and did this surgery to lengthen my calf muscle on my left and lengthen my right Achilles tendon. But that's all they found, is that his hydrocephalus has progressed a little bit, which is concerning. So they've got him fast-tracked to a neurologist to see what they can do about that. There's all kinds of things they can do with it. There's medication that can help it. There's also going in the head and installing a shunt that will allow it to drain down into his body cavity. He does not want to do that, but if that's what they got to do, that's what they got to do. But as far as everything else, he's doing okay. My mom came and crashed at my place for a good portion of the day today, and then she and I went out to their place. To check on their cats and make sure they had food and water, because my folks weren't planning to stay away. I basically wrote out there for support. I could not get into their place. I stood there and kind of held her arm while she climbed up into the mobile home, and then pretty much did the same thing to help her get out. I could not get into the mobile home, but we got that done, and we came back out here. My mom crashed here for a bit more, and then my dad called and said they're cutting him loose, so she went and picked him up, and then they went on back to their place. So Dad's, doing okay right now. Knock on wood. I'm doing okay. Apart from whatever this is, I have no idea. I also feel my sugar dropping. I don't know why I'm dropping. I took the necessary amount of insulin for where my sugars were at, but I feel it dropping, so I'm gonna get up over here and eat a peppermint and check it and see what's going on. And then I'm going to take my happy ass to bed and get some sleep, hopefully. My sugars did drop last night, though. I crashed last night and I had to eat a couple peppermints and then go downstairs and eat a protein bar and take a couple of sips of regular soda to bring it back up. So maybe I'm having issues with my sugar too. But right now I gotta see what's going on with my foot. It's always something. I can't just be left alone. Hopefully it's nothing major. It shouldn't be anything major. I don't think it's anything major. Could have just been the tendon was tight and it popped. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. And if it's not like swollen or weird tomorrow, then I'll try to see my podiatrist Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday because Monday's Memorial Day. Everything else is okay right now. I am continuing to slowly get better from the bronchitis. Thank the powers. Joey's doing good down with his mom and her family, having fun. Got to go swimming all day in his Grams' pool. She's got a nice in-ground pool. And he's a fish. He loved it. So everything is... I almost hate saying everything is okay because that's when shit goes bad. But, knock on wood, please protect me and my family. Everything is stable right now. I mean, apart from whatever just happened with my foot. Hopefully it was nothing. I don't know. We'll see. I will update tomorrow, I guess. Hope you all are having a great weekend, and thank you all for all of the comments you left on my video yesterday. I'm sorry I haven't replied to many of them. I got the injections done yesterday. My eyes are extra foggy, extra hazy. They hurt. It's really hard to read the comments. Thank y'all. Hope y'all are doing good. My GoFundMe will be in the description if anyone wants to help out. And hope y'all have a good night. I'm damn sure going to try. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night.